Hey, we're live. So if you're watching replay, I'll just talk now. So it's 1:30 in the morning Eastern time, and I've been up working on stuff and watching the election results come in. And about a half hour ago, or maybe 40 minutes ago, the team Kamala said that wait until tomorrow. Uh, every vote needs to be counted, but as they're getting through a lot of these Hey, Dr. Turner. It appears that you are correct. I mean, we talked last night um, about this, and I'm not. I made it very clear who I was voting for. Yeah, I host my Riverbend thing. Yeah, it's the votes are coming in. It's not looking good. It really did hinge on Pennsylvania, and not enough votes have come in from Philadelphia, it seems. Not enough votes are left as we speak to make a difference for Kamala at this point. And I don't really have much more to say. I feel as if um, on the record, my first instinct when she announced that she was running, or it was announced that she was running, was that this country. I was very skeptical that this country has a proven track record of racism and misogyny that I felt would prevent Kamala Harris from becoming the first Black woman president of the United States. So that's one of the earlier videos. And then last night, I was still skeptical, but you know, from, but wanting to do my part to make a change, right? So that's how I recollect what I was saying. But we did go back and forth. Um, so I just wanted to take the time. We have a lot of people still up, just to get their thoughts, feelings, impressions. Um, what's as it goes towards Team Trump, it also this House and the Senate may also go Republican, which leaves a wide open door for a lot of judicial things to happen. So if for me, women's reproductive rights was very high on the ballot. I don't see that helping with Trump in office. A lot of the things that were fought for in previous generations or decades, as far as rights go, are going to be taken away. And that's just part of the deal. I just hope it doesn't get too drastic. That's all I have to say right now. If anybody wants to join in on the conversation, share their thoughts, there's the StreamYard link. And I know people are probably not as up as L Brown. Hey, L. But I will, and Superstar, our mod squad tonight. But well, she didn't have the dignity to speak to her supporters. She has not conceded the race yet. She is waiting until all the votes are counted to concede, it seems. So um, I think we're jumping the gun on that one, Dr. Turner. Did Trump win? It's. I would say that he won. I mean, I'm not Associated Press or MSNBC, but I'm about to go to bed. It seems like he's won enough states to be the future president. So let's see. Let's see what's on the chat. Molly could care less. She's just laying here chilling. She's not Black though. Yeah, well, that's that's the division. She is part Jamaican. So if you're saying black African American, yeah, she's not. But hey, who do we have here? Alessandra Souza. Welcome. Let's see. Oh, we had a great conversation. Yeah, we have a lot of people in here. I know we're just debriefing. Um, just posting up some of these chats. Superstar, thank you. It's crazy. Women don't want control of their bodies. We're really trying to let this Christian talisman take over. Hey, Elizabeth R is here. I think you missed the last chat, so welcome tonight. Um, what isn't drastic already? Good point. Uh, it's gonna get a little crazy the next 4 years, in my opinion. It's gonna, you know, are you ready? Is the question. Are you ready for the Trump takeover? Her blackness doesn't matter. The other side hates all colors other than whites, literally. She made it very clear that her Asian mother raised two black girls. Well, she went to Howard. I mean, at this point, we're splitting hairs. She's a person of color. Well, let's leave it at that. Let's see. Buying grocery and gas, paying rent is high on my list, not abortion. The Dems had nothing but twerking and Pookie. Well, the economy was getting better. So, do you think it's going to change when Elon Musk is running things and all this other stuff? I don't know. I'm not here at this point. I'm trying to be a good sport. So, yeah, this Molly. Hey, Molly. She's over here. Hang on. Hey. Been eating a lot of candy lately. Uh, let's see. All right, so we got some Trump supporters. I'm not a Trump supporter, but the Dems made him a hero with all the court cases. Jamaican is not a race. Okay, but we're talking about foundational Black American versus people that don't have the Black African American lineage. I mean, you could argue that with that argument, you would also say that Obama's not Black; he's half African. So, and therefore doesn't have the interest of, or have the same level of interest in supporting Black Americans that he would if Taliban. Um, okay. So, I mean, oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Obama has a Black parent. It's different. How's it different? Um, his father was African. His mother was white American. Harris's mother's Jamaican is Indian, East Indian, and her father was or is Jamaican, right? So it's the same. It's the same thing to me, but I mean it's irrelevant. Never vote based off race again. Okay, fellow citizen. Hey, I love your thumbnail or your avatar of Grace Jones. It looks like Grace Jones, but it looks like Janelle Monáe also. So I'm not sure what that is. You have to tell me, fellow citizen. Obama's a war criminal. Trump won. Let's see who's invited to the cookout. Oh, I got a question here. Let's see. Black people always want to talk about the one drop rule. Why does it not apply with Kamala? I go by the one drop rule, but a lot of people took offense when Kamala went on record on a show. It was a viral video that went around saying that she was not for reparations, and they took that as a direct affront, But that being said, my coverage I watched pretty much was MSNBC all night, and they were saying that Kamala did carry the black vote. It was Hispanics that carried the Trump vote. Like in all these small districts, Hispanics made the difference, which I think is super ironic considering all the hate spew that Trump has made towards Hispanic people, that he would win the day based on getting their vote. And maybe there is a difference. I mean, for Hispanics watching, and it is early in the morning, so forgive me. Been up all day. There may be a difference between naturalized citizens who can vote, who are of Hispanic or Spanish origin, and people who are not naturalized that may have come over illegally, and that may be a big difference for a lot of people. So, remember, life ain't gonna stop. You got to keep pushing. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's how we define ourselves. You know, I think it matters who you vote for. I don't think it matters who you vote for as long as you pray they make the right decisions. I disagree with that. I think there's a lot of things that are going to change policy wise that you weren't necessarily ready for, and we were warned about it. Now, one of the things I can say that I mentioned last night, the frustration with this two-party system is that in some ways maybe it's good that we're putting our foot on the gas and accelerating to a more rapid extinction, which is what a lot of capitalists want. They just want to utilize all the resources and exploit things for themselves. So this is the last election in the U.S. It's very possible. We don't know yet. Let's see. If the convicted felons could have voted, then the convicted felon would have lost. Okay. Bob Cosmic is here. Hey, how's everybody? Yeah, this is a very key point. The one drop rule was invented by white people, so it's how we define ourselves. That's what that's what I meant when I was saying is how we define ourselves. So if we define ourselves based on somebody else's rule or ideal of who we are, we're always going to be lost. So, boy, the chat is just blowing up. I can't keep up, folks. Does somebody want to come on and share their thoughts with me? I mean, you can just do audio if you want, but otherwise, this might be a short conversation. One Nation Under God. Hey, Jessica, Tierra. Jessica's in the building. Let's do a roll call. So I don't need to know who you voted for, but what state do you live in? Are you in the United States? How do you think this new regime, new administration is going to affect your bottom line? So we got New Jersey in the building, Yo-Yo, South Carolina, Minnesota, Virginia. Let's see, Arlington, Virginia. They went Kamala in Virginia. I know that. Um, what do we need some moderation here? I'm not sure what's going on here. It's moving really fast tonight, so please be respectful of one another. And we got Georgia in the house. Georgia went Trump this time. Bob is in London. How that's kind of scary. Mississippi, Georgia, North Carolina, Massachusetts, Texas. Matt, I'm lost. I mean, I still am lost. Trump is the best. That's it. What, taking away your rights? I don't know. But not, just to be respectful, just like all sports. My hat off to the winner. So, Georgia flipped. Did I get it wrong? What rights is Trump taking away? Well, first off, reproductive rights. Um, the country's going way, way far right with Trump. Um, it's early for me. What rights did Trump take away? He took away wrongs. Okay. All right. Me just trying to be clever. Look, again, hats off to the winner. If I can, I don't know if the country's going to make it another 4 years, quite frankly. But I mean, and I say that knowing that Trump is going to for the next 4 years, the right is going to have control of the House, the Senate definitely, the House most likely, because it's the contested. It's 89 seats that have not been announced yet, but they've already have a net of 2 that they've gained, right? So the House is going to more than likely flip. The president is going to be Republican, and he's going to pick the next 2, at least, Supreme Court justices. So he basically can, if people were like laughing and joking and saying that this Project 2025 was not something that he was serious about, well, we're going to find out for sure about this project. There we go. Thank you, Michael. You're ahead of me. Social Security, Medicare, Department of Education, healthcare, and healthcare for pre-existing conditions are gone. Yeah, so we'll find out, if he was serious or joking. Yeah, please hit the like button. We don't know the outcome yet. Let's hope for the best. Look, if somebody tells you their intentions and you laugh it off because you say this, that, and the third about them, oh, he's not going to do that, it's impossible, there are checks and balances. Well, we're in a position now where he ran the table, and it is the cult of personality. I mean, he's, when in our history have we had a convicted felon win president of the United States? It's never happened before. It's going to be very interesting. Babylon the Fallen. All right. That's an interesting point, Yo-Yo. Only African Americans know what it is to be living under suppression. Now everybody's going to feel it. It's tighten your belts. What can I say? Riverbend, fall, 2025. Might have to lower the price so people can afford to buy it, but a full-blown dictatorship. Yeah, well, I don't know what happened to my family. Why do you say that? I mean, is your family divided over this politics, or you're just not sure economically what the future is going to bring? What about the religious fanaticism of Trump supporters? Well, I mean, that's one of the key components of this whole movement, you know. So, I mean, are we facing a new Hitler? I don't know. But you give somebody like that so much power, it's gonna be very interesting. We're about to find out. So I'm tired of all the scared talk from my people. If we don't like it, then we need to do something about it. He's coming with vengeance. I believe everything will even out. Just as I was skeptical about Kamala winning, I don't think that that's their intention. One thing that you notice about Trump when he was in before, he takes no prisoners. I don't think he's trying to play fair. I think he plays to his constituents, and wasn't regular people that got him in. So, it's going to be very interesting how he aligns himself with the rest of the world leaders, and what he does to protect us as well as protect our allies. It's going to be very interesting. A lot of people say America first, but there's war in Ukraine, there's the Palestinian situation. If he turns a blind eye to all that, we could be in for something, that we're not necessarily prepared for, thinking about right now. When someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't go as far as Donnie, but I think there's reason to fear, and I don't think it's wrong not to question some of this stuff that's going on. Yeah, well, where's my George Carlin skit? Is it still on here? We can take a break and play some George Carlin if I have it here. Carlin. Yeah, here it is. It's a big club. I love this video. Where is it? On the drive. Downloads. Okay. Work for my Social Security. All right. So this was said many, many years ago. Let me cue this up. And downloads. So just to take a little break from things. We're demonetized anyway, so it doesn't matter if I play this.
Folks, not too fucking bright. But if you talk to one of them about this, if you isolate one of them, you sit them down rationally, you talk to them about the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. They say we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. And you say to them, well, we've tried all of that and the kids still can't pass the test. They say, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. And that's what they do in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there, it's physics. Then everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education. Politicians know that word. They use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind three things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind. Someone's losing fucking ground here. But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long, when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on. The fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see if I have any Dick Gregory stuff on here. Trying to find short one. Well, just be aware. The Essential Dick Gregory is out in paperback now, just in time for the election. But let me see. Magic Glasses. You can play that one. Sure, why not? Anniversary show.
Dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. You can never force nobody else to wear them.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't find the one where he says the lesser of two evils is still evil, but that would be his take on this election. And he more than likely would have a theory going into the election about Trump. I don't know if I have. Let me see. I'll pull it up off my Opus clips if I can find it. Well, it's too complicated. I don't drop the feed. Well, nobody wants to chat. I'll let the chat go while I clean up the room. Interesting. The U.S. is considered a foreign corporation, hence why Trump is the new president. Oh, I can't sleep. I'm sorry, Yo-Yo. Well, we got a lot of people in the room, and from all parts of the world, which is really exciting. I hope it's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a lot of long speeches that go in no direction, a lot of faux pas, a lot more racism. This is what I feel we have to look forward to. Anybody who thinks that the economy is going to improve, I think is mistaken. I think, it may improve for some people, but as George Carlin says, it's not designed. Let me see if I can find that. All right. Keep chatting among yourselves. I'll see if I can pull up this to Donald Trump thing. Opus clips to Donald. Okay. Not seeing it. Hang on. Okay, this might be it. Yeah, this is one. Let me see if I can download it quickly. All right, let's see. Here's this Baba Dick. I appreciate the love. I saw a couple compliments on the channel, so thank you. And thanks for being here. Thanks for staying up. So here's
this election. Let's talk about the election. As we speak today, it's down to Hillary, Bernie, and Trump.
Yeah, but see, you're talking to the wrong person. I never believed there was going to be an election this year, and it's not. Mm-hmm. Trump ain't got no money. Trump ain't never had no money. They talk about his daddy. You ever seen a picture of his daddy? You ever seen anybody write a story about his daddy?
No. I mean, they got his money from his dad, yeah.
I didn't ask you that. See, you keep talking to me. I don't want to hear. I asked you, have you ever seen a picture of his daddy?
No, I have not.
Have you ever heard a story about his daddy? And that don't bother you? Huh? There's two Trumps.
Okay.
The one in the red tie is the real one. The one in the blue tie is not. The one you saw last night after the victory was the blue tie.
So what do people think about that? Almost 10 years later. Well, I mean, so that's a good question, Carabo. So, I mean, does this change in the regime make us feel more powerless and more victimized? I mean, certainly tomorrow. I would assume most of us are home at this point in time. But tomorrow is going to be very interesting. I remember when Trump won the first time, how many people were so excited and elated. Yes, he's going to drain the swamp. Yes, he's going to build a wall. And it's almost like they came out of the woodwork with their joy and elation that Trump had won, whereas before they were kind of undercover. And then shortly after that, things got super racist. So racism can't be restored. It's just unchecked. Well, I think people feel empowered by Donald Trump to express the lowest common denominator of their feelings. They'll say anything because Trump gets away with it. He says anything. I think I have another clip here that might be applicable with Ice Cube. Let me see if it's still here. Yeah, there it is. And downloads. Hang on. Here's another one for you. Our friend Ice Cube on Donald Trump.
So you're sitting in the barbershop, your character, what are you thinking about this whole Trump situation?
Oh, if I was in the barbershop, he would probably be like, I don't see nothing wrong with that guy. Because he believes in himself. And then he'll say, you all need to believe in yourselves the way he believes in himself. So he'll always have a twisted approach, but he means good.
America promotes you to be Donald Trump.
Yeah.
America promotes that this is the way you want to be. You want to be rich. You want to be powerful. You don't want to give a damn about nobody else. You want to do what you want to do, say what you want to say. Hey, I'm a capitalist. So he's most people's dream of a life and of a situation. And it's a shame because life is way more than all of that.
I don't know. I think World War III bullet. I think he's empowering all dictators to run their own show, and I think there's gonna be a lot more death. I hate to say it now, and I hate to say it may happen stateside. There might be a lot more death because not only will these dictators feel empowered to run their show, but a lot of these quote unquote loose cannons might feel the same way because Trump empowers them. Rambo, I don't know. I mean, as a Black American, I'm not looking forward to it. It's not a dictatorship. He acts like he's a dictator, Jessica. So even if it's 4 years, he's gonna act like he's a dictator. Okay. Well, anyway. All right. So yeah, I think this is important. If we put God first, but I think also we need to separate church from state. I don't think that God has anything to do with the way the country's run. Your beliefs, what you do with your body, how you live your life should not be dictated or based on a Christian value system, in my opinion. And the government should not be there. It should not be the government's job to reinforce that. So I'm not sure what you mean, fellow citizen, by that comment. Okay. No joy in Mudville. L is cool. Superstar is cool. It's 2:09. We can I'll let the chat run a little bit longer. So what's next? Molly needs to get her treats. This is a new treat. Oh wow. Look who's here. Hey, look who's you gotta get on camera, buddy. Look who's here. It's Molly, and she's got Bonkers. It's a new treat that just came out. I think it's New Zealand makes them. It's a New Zealand company that puts out Bonkers, and they're out to challenge your kitty's love for Temptations. What do you say, Molly? This is an unpaid sponsorship. All right. So, Bonkers people, if you're out there, send us some money. All right. Let's see what you have to say about Bonkers. All right. Molly goes bonkers for Bonkers. For former President Trump, hell yeah. Former TV show host is president. Oh, wow. Can you hear her? Go ahead. Get your Bonkers on. That's the most people thing. Smart people have cats. All right, I'll buy that for $1. All right, you got one last one. Get that Bonker. Okay. All right. Vote for Molly. As long as you voted L, it's all that's important. Okay, so game over. Okay. All right. So that's all I got tonight. And did he win PA? It looks like he's going to win PA. So, but they're going to count all the votes, right? So it's not called. As we say, the results are nearly in. But it's looking very, very, very much like Trump is 47. And we have to start getting used to that kind of change instead of moving forward. Oh, he just won. I didn't see it pop up on my phone, the announcement, but yeah, where are all the old DVDs of The Apprentice? You'd think that that'd be like a cash cow to bring The Apprentice back. Okay, it's a wrap. All right, so that's all I got. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and thems and its and we's, all the pronouns. So, all right. Yeah, B1. And thanks for hanging out with me and Molly. And if you were wondering, they're called Bonkers, and that's the chicken flavor. And they're kind of new. I just discovered them, and it's a good alternative to Temptations. Sometimes cats get bored of the same stuff. So you're welcome, Elizabeth. I'm glad you caught the live. And Yo-Yo, try and get some rest. You know, tomorrow's a new day. Be safe, be free. Philippines need Donald Trump. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This world is feels like it's a little upside down to me, but a lot of people wanted this. and we'll see what happens. That's all I got. It may be good for art. I think it could be very dangerous for a lot of people with the way he speaks and his rhetoric. Might be very, very dangerous for a lot of people. So, all right. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you, everybody, and good night. All right, I'm gonna go. Have a good one. Peace and blessings. Love you all.